Hi, welcome to. It's much louder this time. Hopefully that's better on mute. Hi, welcome back to Storytime with Uncle Jack. No relation to the two-sentence short horror. Today we reread chapters 11 through. Oh, I did leave the bowl in here with the rice. That's why it smells like fish. Thought I brought that out. Anyway, today we'll be reading chapters 11 through 20 of My Immortal. Yep. Okay. Chapter 11. Author's note. I said stop flaming up preps. See if this chapter is stupid, it deals with really serious issues. For yourself, if it's stupid, BTW, except it's spelled BRW. Thanks to my friend Raven for helping me, except she spelled it HLEPING. Oh, and the ambient sound's off, so now it's just the ringing noise. Alexa, play more thunder noise.
Thunder Noise by Storm Noise, Thunder Noise, and Music Soundscapes on Amazon Music.
Alexa, volume down a bit. Thank you. Where was I? Ah. No! I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to come. Also, every time she spells Bloody Mary, it's B apostrophe L O O D Y. Tried to comfort me, but I told her, fuck off. And I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying, tears of blood, and then I slit both of my wrists. Then they got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. Oh, where's the... Damn it, where's the marker? There it is. I grabbed a steak, again spelled like the meat product, almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just glance over that because the next line is just. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it, sandally. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends. She hears her boyfriend dies and she runs to her room and cry. I mean, this isn't the thing that she'd run to him. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. That's excessive. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snape was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me. And Lupin was masticating to it. Which means to chew. Masticate. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ew, you fucking pervs. Are you looking at me naked? Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Mason on it. Suddenly, vampire ran in. Abracadabra. Isn't that the one that kills you? He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing at his wound. Pointing his wound. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony. It has been revealed that someone has. No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin. Then he waved his wand, and suddenly, Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, "Everyone, we need to talk." What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist. This cannot be, Snape said in a crisp voice. His blood dripped from his hand while Dumbledore's hand and wand had shot him. There must be other factors. Could I choose a longer? Now I see. There. Hold on. Oh, almost dropped it. This cannot. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. What the? Is this a conversation? How do those sentences go together? Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak, and then I heard the words that I had heard before. Help me, your guy. But not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked or happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Well, that would be easier to do if your teeth weren't flat. Because Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air, then swooped in, singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. Because your gothic Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her. Dear God. End of chapter. Chapter 12. Author's note. Stop aiming. Okay, Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. You're in England. The story takes place in England. That I wanted to address that issue. How do you know Snap isn't a Christian? Plus, Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay? I was at the beginning of chapter. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. No, I thought. It was Hagrid, I thought it was Hagrid, but it was vampire. He started to scream, "Oh my, OMFG, no, my scar hurts," and then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? Oh, okay, she's slitting her wrists effectively this time, not the... Okay. I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I did, but Diabolo Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! But then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office, now recovering from my slit wrists. Snape and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles. And you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. What the fuck kind of sentence is? Dumbledore had constipated the video camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid. Oh, she spells Hagrid at the same time. Every time. Anyway, anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Enobi, I need to tell you something, he said in a V period serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. I fucking hate the color pink anyway. And I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. No, Enobi, said Hagrid. Those are not roses. What, are they goths too, you poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton P video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snape and Lupin, who had masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? Yes, it is, very much. There's no R. There's an R in the actual spelling of it. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. Those aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely. I know. I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Petulis Merengo mi Crimicili Romasio. That sounds Italian. I'm pretty sure spells are supposed to be in Latin. For all you cool Gothic fans, MCR out there, that is a tribute, especially for Raven. I love you. I mean, I never really listened to My Chemical Romance. More of a Panic at the Disco guy myself, really. Imagine Dragons and stuff. I'm really just random. Let's move on. Then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Yeah, giant black flame. That's a safe thing for a hospital, which I believe they're in. Okay, I believe you. Now what the fuck? Now I believe you. Now what the fuck is Draco? You mean where the fuck is Draco? It's spelled WTF. Jesus. Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, in Nobby, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame, to see what's in... Excuse me. Hold on. That was it. To see what is in the flames. Author's note. Haha, you reviewers flames, get it? You must find yourself first, okay? I have found myself, okay, you mean old man? Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. You are a liar, Professor Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front, and then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like samurai from the rain. I'm pretty sure that goes there. If you don't know who she is, you're prep, so fuck off. Well, again, I still have a video I need to make. And I put on a blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said sadly. Thanks. You do too. I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists. Jesus, how many times is it? 4? Hope she's slitting tally marks to keep track. I felt wrong saying that actually. Anyway, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of the magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared and he used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Hey, that's my house, by the way. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in an equally sad way, with a W instead of E and equal. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Stop it right now, you horny simpletons! Shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us, and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker. You know I love Draco. I shouted and then ran away angrily. He started to scream, OMFG, no, my scar hurts. Then his eyes rolled up. My scar hurts. And he rolled his, and I only see his red whites. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I did, but Diabolo changed it to a pentagram for me, and I always cover up. How did I scroll up? Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Didn't I already read? The words after this I haven't read yet. At the beginning of chapter 12, he says the same thing. Then now they're saying the same thing again at the end of chapter 12. It's word for word. They spelled Voldemort wrong both times. Did they start off with the chapter starting something later in the future and then go back and then catch up? End of author's note. Special thanks to Raven, my gothic blood sister. What the fuck? You're supposed to write this. Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater? Chapter 13. Author's note. Raven, thanks for helping me again. I'm sorry I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is a fucking sex bomb. Prep, stop flamming. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco! We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't! We need to save Draco, he begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a damn what Voldemort does to Draco, not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. Author's note, don't you fucking gay, don't you thick gay guys are like so hot. I think she's trying to say, don't you think, not. How do you fucking. She misspelled it, and she's also 2 words short of how you actually spell the word thing. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry, tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. That's redundant. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands, just as we heard a croon voice say, "Alla cadavra." It was Voldemort. End of chapter. Chapter 14. Author's note. Author's note. Fuck off, preps. Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed. And I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists. P.S. I'm updating until you give me 10 God reviews. Warning! Some of this chapter is extremely scraped. Lower excretion advised. That's it. I'm done. We ran to where Voldemort was. Turns out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there, crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He then suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Ebony, I love you. Okay, with no spaces. Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me? No spaces in any of that, he said. And in this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Huh? I asked. Inobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You tortured my BF, and then you expect me to fuck you. God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. I then stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died, and I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. What the fuck? Voldemort? God, what the... So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away, and then I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Said Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack. Get it? Because he's so sexy and a really huge you-know-what and everything. That's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in preps here, except for Bloody Mary? Because she's not ugly or anything. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid is in love with me. Vampire likes me. And now even Snaketail is in love with me. Pretty sure Snaketail's dead. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't have Satan made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. Don't worry, Nobi's not a snob or anything, but a lot of people told her she's pretty. It was an author's note. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse. Man, she wonders why everyone calls her character a Mary Sue. Okay. Chapter 15, author's note. Stop flame. Stop flaming, okay? BGW, you suck. From no every time someone flams me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for helping. Ebony! Ebony! Shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go have sex with vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my bloody red key. I had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed, and I went to my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in the blood red letters and was all ripped on a spiky belt. Under that, I put on a ripped black fishnets boots that all said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned into Draco. Nobi, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You are the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to be fucking... I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerald, Joel, Chester Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Don't you think those guys are... Author's note, don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, then get the fuck out of here. I want to. I desperately want to, but I need to finish this now. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle finger. They were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Dracos now at them. I love you, I said, and we started to kiss just like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. Story's words, not mine. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped. Everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. And then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and we went together. Chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me you net preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking Slither. See, you're supposed to write this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. By the way, thanks to Brittany 5655 teaches Japanese. Jesus Christ, every author's note is going to give me a fucking aneurysm or a stroke. I'll have a stroke while reading that and not realize it. I'm going to die reading this because I'm going to have a stroke reading an author's note of a fucking Harry Potter's fan fiction, which is honestly spelled like a normal person in the normal story. Beginning, proper beginning of the chapter. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection. But it didn't matter because I knew now that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. You remember what? Hey, remember when Voldemort told him to fucking kill vampire? Remember that? Yeah, me either. But it didn't matter because now I knew they were the only true ones for each other. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt, black baggy pants. Anyway, we stayed in moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band, the stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you. I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time. Even if it's MCR, you know how much I like them. What the? Um, what? Because he gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about you know what. Yeah, because I yelled in an angry voice. We won't do that again. This time we're going with an escort. OMFG, what WTF? Are you giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. It feels like what? Voldemort shows up and now they're. Huh? Hanobi, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattered because that's not even a single. He'd memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said. Then we Frenched for a while and I went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means, how do you do in Japanese? By the way, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed at her classes and she skipped math. Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. Author's note. It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like This Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii. Bloody Mary shook her head energetically, lethargically. Those are fucking antonyms. Oh yeah, I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her and then Lupin did it with her because he's the next one. What the fuck? Okay, I think she like killed the Willow character because she's pissed about his sweater, but what the fuck shit is that? You don't fucking kill the fucking necrophiliacs. What the fuck? I didn't really want to be too harsh because this was like a story, some kid probably wrote in their like early 2000s goth phase. But what the fuck? If the author is watching this, you should be very ashamed of yourself for having your friend killed by one of the main characters and then being fucked by a necrophiliac. You should. Actually, I gotta get on with this. I'm running out of space in the record. But be very ashamed of yourself, author of My Immortal. Hawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR. I said I need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally. Let's go shopping. And Hot Topic, right? I asked, getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near. Oh, God, who fucking cares? Can I just. No, I can't. How you told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Dumbledore, let's just call our brooms. Oh, who told you about them? Dumbledore. OMFFG. Dumbledore, I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogman on his desk. Come with me. Come on, let's go. You were going in, a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths, me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many poses there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Stab tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know, I'm going to give it to you for free because you look hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at that concert tonight, he asked. Yeah, I am actually. Look back at him. By the way, my name's Ebnati Darkness Dementia Tearaway. Who the fuck is Tara? I think it's supposed to be one of the authors. It's supposed to. Why am I? It's Ravenway, not Tara. Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going to go there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily, but before he begged me to go with him, Hagrid flew on his black broom looking worried. OMFG, Ebonodi, you need to get back into the castle now. And I'm actually running out of time on this episode, so we will pick up again at chapter 17. So Voldemort shows up at the concert, and now we've gone back in time for them preparing for the concert, and now fucking Tom Riddle is